This is Dungeon Not Included, the actual play podcast for the adventurous listener.
Welcome to Dungeon Not Included.
That's who we are.
That's who we are.
For those of us who don't remember what we were doing the last time we were live sometime last year, what are we playing? What are we up to?
We're playing Katanas and Trenchcoats.
Nice. Yes, Katanas and Trenchcoats. 90s action. I know that last time we played, just to give a couple minutes for people to come on, we actually got a little gameplay in, didn't we? We didn't. We finished character creation.
We did.
Yeah. All right. So
we got Skip Clifton following my dog. Which, what did we name my dog? I don't know. It's been a bit.
It was like Pickle or something.
It was Pickle. That's exactly what it was. It was Pickle. We had I followed my dog Pickle to your kind of biker bar-ish place that you have set up where you do all of your fun car stuff, Roxy. And the only thing that Skip knows is that because Pickle brought him there, that there must be a mystery that needs a solving.
Yes.
So
that's right. And there was a little bit of debate on what that mystery was until someone was like, Roxy, your sibling who's missing? You want to look into that?
Yeah.
And Z was
and then I think you showed up at the end, didn't you too? Like you kind of like walked in at the last minute.
We were, that was the preview for the next episode that I hit him with my car.
Yeah, or someone did, and then I got pulled into the first exciting thing that has ever happened.
I would like to clarify that Roxy wasn't hesitant about saving Zer's sister. Z was hesitant about bringing a child with them.
Well, okay, sure. I guess you don't want to endanger a child. Yes, role-playing games.
Child endangerment isn't Roxy's thing, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, how old does Skip look again?
I think we said that he died in his teens. I wanted to say that they had been doing their job as the Clifton kids had been doing their job for a while, and I think we said Skip was the middle child, and that he's the only. Well, he's not the only surviving, but a lot of them are gone. So he's stuck though as a teenager. So I want to say he's stuck. Let's say he's stuck at 18, so that way it's not weird if anything super violent happens in his direction. So we'll use that like that arbitrary number given to us by the United States as he's an adult.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it doesn't really matter as much because he's like 100 years old, isn't he?
That's true. That is true. He's definitely, I would say probably 80s, right? Because
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. Because there is at least one. We had talked about there being at least one surviving member, but they're not. No, that's all I'll say. Because I don't want to spoil anything.
At least one, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we did say that there was a member of the Clifton kids left. So
yes.
Yeah. All right. So what we'll do is we'll bring in old Adam here. Very old Adam.
Very old Adam.
I had an idea for getting you into the adventure.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily with the other players just yet, but you have a local museum that is your wellspring of solace.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And what kind of stuff do they have in this museum?
Oh, I want it to be like this is a mid-tier, like not a really great museum. Uh because and for that reason it mostly has like the leftovers that other museums have kind of cycled out. Maybe like not totally defunct science, but like very suspect science now in its science wing, like things where it's like, oh, we don't really call it that anymore, and a few historical artifacts that are a little embarrassing. There's definitely like displays that are hastily renamed Inuit over like Eskimo where it was originally said. So the people who work there are very earnest, but nobody goes there. And I'm just surrounded by dusty relics that are not cool. They're not at all interesting or well kept. Probably before they got to this museum, they weren't. They were damaged, and that's why they ended up in the custody of this like junior museum.
Okay, nice. So you're in the museum, in the area with the dusty relics.
Mm-hmm.
When someone comes in who you don't recognize as an employee of the museum,
Right.
but far too young and hip looking to be in this place.
Oh no, it's happening. Gentrification. The bane of my existence. I just eye them. I just kind of like get the cut of their jib.
Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely nervous.
I'm probably somewhat used to that from the way I stare at people, because I presume that people don't remember me, so I don't mind looking them down.
Okay.
Why are you here?
She actually like flinches when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
And looks at you sort of wild-eyed and says, it's a museum. It's open to the public.
Your story checks out. I go back to looking at whatever I was looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of edges away from you.
I also edge away from her.
Okay.
Just want to have some time alone. People go into my museum.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you're there, and she's now stopped in front of one of the displays and is staring at it.
Which display?
It's like old like arrowheads and stuff.
Oh. Is there a resistance roll for Adam to mansplain something? Yeah, I've been doing it for so long, I can't help it. I think.
But you can tell the interesting thing about this is that she's not really looking at that. She's kind of keeping an eye on you out of the corner of her eye.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this has ever happened to me before. No one has shown this much interest in me. So I get like a little visibly nervous and go to the next exhibit and just wait.
Okay.
For the next exhibit.
All right. Yeah, once you go around the corner, you hear from the previous exhibit the crash of glass and the sound of running feet.
Ah. I breathe a sigh of relief. And then I continue looking at the exhibit I'm in. I haven't gotten this old without any any inkling of interest by following up on a lead on my own. Sort of a self-satisfied. I could easily be drug in, but like security guards or something like that. But like the point, I'm not investigating on my own yet.
So you're enough of a regular here that like the security guards might know you.
Hi, Gus.
Yeah. He says, hello, sir. Doesn't remember your name.
It's very loud.
He says, Gus is like, he should have retired maybe 10 years ago. He's like white-haired, stooped.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gus, you should sit down. You look tired. And she probably already got away.
He says, she probably did. But did you see her?
Yeah, that's why I said she. I mean, I'm not a caveman, but I wouldn't have assumed a woman.
You would have.
I wouldn't have. I'm not a caveman, but, you know, I'm still learning, working on me.
And he says, so why don't you come back and give me a description?
Yeah, right. Let's do it. Most action he has gotten in 50 years.
Yeah.
All right. She looked like a lady.
Yeah, she was young. She had short hair, like a leather jacket on.
I give a reasonable explanation or a description of what she looks like. She was but like I add a lot of like poetry. Like she looked forlorn. She was wistful, and she had a wistful look about her. And it's like this, the inner artist that wants to come up.
Like you get paid by the word for whatever you're saying.
Yes, or this is gonna sound awful. Like I am online at a grocery store and I haven't had a conversation in a while, so I want it to last. And I feel comfortable talking about someone. I'm not me. Yeah. So yeah, I explain it all.
Okay.
And I go really easy on Gus. I make sure that you know, if he's like a little slow, if he goes slow, I go slower. I want to make sure that this old fella, who is a young fella, gets all his ducks in a row and won't lose his job. I don't want there to be a young guard to replace him.
Right. So the police show up after a little while.
Okay. I already told Gus everything I know.
Gus is like, yeah, here's the notes, and he starts talking to the police. You can sidle away if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to disappear into the background and walk away.
Okay. So what was your favorite thing in the museum?
My all-time favorite thing was, what's a fun thing? If you're watching live, give a suggestion. And I'll stall for a bit.
Oh,
while I try to think of something.
Here's some just maybe a base to start with. What if there's something that's in the museum and that's in like a lot of museums that we have just all gotten very wrong, and you know the actual use of it? Like there's some sort of like you know, like iron, like old sword or some sort of like a tool that was used. It's like a corkscrew at the end of it, and everyone thinks it's used for like toasting bread, but you know it's actually used for something completely different.
Yes. There is a you know what? I'm gonna go with suggestion from Craig, who's watching right now. Ooh. Hello. We're gonna go with a turquoise disc, beautiful turquoise disc that has inscriptions on it that is always interpreted as this is a religious relic that's being that's used as like a great symbolic significance for various cults. Maybe it was used as an important piece of a sundial, but really it's just like bling. People wore it just to show off. The bigger the disc, the cooler the guy you were, or gal, or whatever. The bigger the disc, the bigger the dude. And I definitely want. I love that thing. I absolutely adore it, and it reminds me of one of the ones I got on a particularly like classy run I had in like the 70s, the 70s, and it's like, man, I can't believe that's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you think like Flavor Flav was trying to like bring back some sort of ancient style?
Yeah, I thought he was wise beyond his years. Because it was a sundial too. His was an his worked, damn it. His sundial worked.
Yeah, you know what they say, fashion always is cyclical. It comes back. So, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so your turquoise disc is missing.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to hunt her down and wait for her to die, and then recover it from her descendants.
My
Sorry, you're waiting for her to die of old age.
Well, I'm gonna look into it. Maybe this is something I could get back relatively.
No, but I love the way he said that. Like, this is a common occurrence too. Like, this is not the first time he's had to do this. Like, maybe he's tried all other things before and just found the most efficient ways just to outlive them.
Yeah.
Like, why bother trying to get stuff back? I could just wait to the estate sale.
Yeah, exactly. Poor Brennan. I don't think I'm going to keep this up for very, very long, but right now he's very conflict averse. So yeah, he's going to, Adam will try to track her down somehow. Maybe following the news about this break-in, which is probably like third page news, because again, nothing very valuable in this museum. But other than that, we'll do some investigating, some sleuthing.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, that's going to require a roll of some kind.
Okay. Pulling up my die roller. I failed to do that by clicking the wrong button, but okay, I got it. How do I roll? What am I rolling here?
So what you're going to be doing is you're going to choose one of your essences and one of your domains.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to decide which one is appropriate. Like for an investigation, discern and cunning are pretty good, but it could be discern and tenacity just because you don't give up, or
right. I think I'm going with cunning and discern, although I could also use heist. They're the same value. I don't know if like we don't check things off as we use them, do we?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just do a discern and cunning. That's die pool, or that's 4.
Yeah. So I will tell you right away, this is in an effort to get you into the adventure.
Yes.
So the Darkest Cosmos will be rolling 4 dice.
Ooh, okay. And which 4 do I roll? What is this?
They are D10s.
Of course they are. Why would they be anything else, you fool? I say to myself. Okay.
And a 7 or higher is a success.
All right. I'm not going to share my screen because that's we forgot to do this beforehand, but I will be honest in what we get, or everyone else in the game will see what it is. And yes, that is 3 successes.
Cool. One of the cool things about you all is on your rolls is if you roll a 0 or a 10 as it is, that is a success, but you also get to re-roll the die.
Ooh,
nice.
Okay. And I don't think I rolled any 10s, right?
You did not.
Okay.
You rolled 6 through 9, one of each.
I did roll a 10, but the Darkest Cosmos does not get to re-roll 10s. So
take that, Darkest Cosmos. All right.
Yeah.
I have
So
successfully shared our screen for the future. Oh, squinted! You could see it. I have to I'm gonna have to resize this. We'll think about it in the
Yeah.
future. Sorry about that,
yeah.
folks. For those of you who
But I
are
got
having
2
trouble
7s
seeing
and a
it.
10, so I also have 3 successes.
Okay, cool. So since I need this information anyways, I assume this is some sort of like negative way of me getting it anyways. Like there's some sort of consequence, or do I just not get
That
it?
is correct.
Cool.
Um,
For those of you practicing learning to role play at home, that's a great mechanic. I can't tell you how many games I'm in where like roll to see if you find this out. You don't know it, and then the GM just sort of goes, "Well then,
well,
nothing
then.
happens."
So the
yeah.
Darkest Cosmos doesn't win a tie. You don't win a tie. And a tie basically things come crashing together in a way that is probably detrimental to everyone involved.
Lovely.
So you go out in search of this turquoise disc, and well, specifically in search of the person who stole it, and you recognized a little something about that person that indicated that she might be part of a gang that is known to you. Just because you run into people all over the city. They don't remember you, but that doesn't mean you don't remember them.
Okay. Does this gang happen to hang out in a bar with lots of tire streaks in front of it?
Actually, no, this is a different gang.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's convoluted. I like this. Hi everyone. Lots of people saying hi today. Nice. Okay. Yes, I'll track her down to where I think that gang tends to hang out. Do I have an idea of what that might be? Like, is it if it's not a bar, where is it?
It's an old auto shop, because they too are a street racing gang.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go there. And we could take it whenever you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's skip back to Skip. And Roxy.
Hey there.
So Skip, Roxy has really done their best to brush you off.
It's going to be really hard to brush off a ghost.
I'm not going anywhere. Especially a plucky child detective ghost.
Absolutely.
Why are the child detectives always plucky? It's very annoying for me, someone who doesn't want a child tagging along in my gang fight.
Imagine if you were a morose child detective.
Listen, it could be done.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, it can be. Oh, yeah.
It just never has been. Honestly, aren't you kind of tired?
Can you imagine the it's not a phase mom teen as a child detective forever, like stuck as a ghost?
They only solve crimes that they think would upset their parents if they were solved.
Yeah. The rattling of ghost chains is there from their wallet.
Has any teenager had a chain wallet since 2020 started?
I don't.
I have no idea. I had one in 2000 when I was.
That's another clue that's another clue in the Alex ARG. It's a clue in the Alex ARG. All the big Dungeon Not Included fans are like, wait a minute, you can use this, map it out.
Yeah.
Yes. So one day off of retirement, child detective is Skip Clifton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skip and Pickle. Yep.
All right. So, Roxy, how did you? What are you doing to sort of extricate yourself from this situation with Skip?
I know
Like he just won't
he's a
leave.
ghost.
Yeah.
I know he's a ghost because we established that last episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could always put the pedal to the metal and lose him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outrun a ghost. This is the game I signed up for.
I mean, if anyone can outrun a ghost, it's got to be a car wizard, right?
Yeah.
One would think. So, Skip, Roxy goes outside, gets in her car.
No. My current sweet ride is a pair of roller skates.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, I finish doing the necessary repairs on my leg that was on the table, reattach it, and say, all right, kid, well, look, if you really want to help me out, then I gotta make sure you're up to the task. So if you can keep up with me, I'll let you tag along. And your dog, too.
Sounds
Good
great.
dog, too.
Let's do this.
All right. And Roxy goes outside and fucking starts skating down the street at like 60 miles an hour.
Let me check my moves here for a second. What can I do? That can be fun.
Of course, the only way to settle anything with a car wizard is a race, obviously.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
So I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what would be the best way to do this, because like you're obviously going off, and I can't like. There's no moves in here for like, can I possess things? Can I like what can you know what I mean? So I guess my question is, I would like to use. I'm trying to think what would make the most sense for this. I essentially want it to be that because the mystery is tied to Roxy, that maybe I can't directly keep up with you, but Pickle can.
Okay.
Because Pickle is tied to you because of the mystery. So I would like to see if there's any way I could use some of my essence and domains to make it so that like Pickle has a lock on you and can keep up with you, and I just have to like Jason Voorhees slowly catching up to the people running away from him. I can track Pickle and eventually get to you.
I think you might be able to just sort of manifest yourself near where
Pickle is. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I like that, but I got to come up with some way to get Pickle to be able to. I want to do a move to make Pickle attach to Roxy, and then I can manifest at Pickle's location.
Okay.
All right. So what would make the most sense here? So I don't think it as much as I want it to be cunning because I want it to be that I'm being smart. I don't think that's the case because I think this is more what Pickle's doing
here.
Yeah, this is magic.
So we're talking about Aperion.
Yeah, so Aperion and I want to say maybe Flow.
I was thinking Flow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
only 3, but I'll go for it. Aperion and Flow, because I don't think any of the other ones really make sense. Like Shroud and Heist don't make any sense.
This is only 3 dice.
Yes.
I'm going to be rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
If you want more dice, you can
Yeah.
spend your Numa to get more dice.
How much? What's the cost? Is it 1 Numa per die? Like, what's
No,
the
you wish.
general? Yeah, I don't know what the. Well, I don't know if this is like luck points where you only get so many a game. Like I'm stuck with these 15, and if I use
You're
them
stuck
all,
with 15 Numa for a little while. Yes,
yeah.
you can regain Numa, but your the question is this one of is what's happening here within one of your ambits?
Where are my ambits? Would I put that?
Yeah,
That is a great
I
question.
just looked at yours, and there's one about liminal space, taking advantage of my intangibility on non-living objects. So the fact that you don't actually have to travel through space, you're just there. You don't like that's almost like the liminal spirit thing is the definition of you exist in the transitions. I think that makes sense to me.
That sounds good to me. I also need to go back and I gotta get the book open and find, because I don't have my ambits written down.
It's
Okay.
page 140.
Yeah.
Are ambits like the I'm trying Numa and core ambits. Okay. All right, I see where my ambits are. Got it.
Yeah. This is the things that you're essentially best at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So normally you would be spending like 3 Numa per die. If it's within your ambit, you spend 2 Numa per die. And if your ambit has become supercharged, which certain things will do, it only costs 1 Numa per die.
Yeah, I just gotta. So I don't have it open. I'm looking to find where I put this thing. So I'm gonna go with what the ambit that Frank had mentioned in there as a possibility.
That seems like it makes sense to me.
So how many Numa per die is it if it's something that seems like it's in my wheelhouse? 2. I'm gonna put 6 towards this. So I'm gonna give myself 3 more die. And put myself down to 9 Numa left. So I'm gonna put 6d10 for my piece here. And I'm hitting the roll button. 2 1s, a 6, an 8, a 9, and a 10.
So that's 3 successes, but the 10 gets a reroll. So roll another d10.
1d10. It's another 10.
Roll again.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Nice.
And that looks like it's another 8. So it's 8, 8, 9, 10,
5
10.
successes.
Wow!
Which means you definitely will beat me because I only got 4 dice. So
perfect.
And you don't re-roll 10, so
I don't. I got 1 success.
So 4 successes total. Yeah, so 4 over.
So if you get 5 successes and you succeed on your roll, that is a super success, basically, an extra powerful success, a crit.
Awesome, love it.
So what I'm going to say is you blast off.
I do.
Roxy, and there's no, you leave them in the dust.
Oh yeah, I'm weaving around corners when I'm sure that they can't see me. I start doing parkour in roller skates,
Yes.
climbing buildings and shit. And I finally stop and I'm like, there's no way that kid kept up with me, ghost or not.
And then you look up and there's a dog sitting there looking at you. Just sitting on its haunches, looking at you.
Oh.
And then I think I just
and then Skip steps around the corner. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's Roxy's reaction. Out loud.
Well, the dog is
so where are we going?
Manifestation, isn't it? So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I keep up well enough?
There was
that's
so
not
much
possible.
There was so much awesome action in that scene. My scene of leaving the room because something was happening, and I was like, "No, thank you." I love it. That was great. Oh my
Okay,
God.
first of all, that's not possible. You couldn't possibly have kept up with me. How did you do that?
I just followed Pickle.
Then how did Pickle do that?
He's a very
The dog
fast dog.
just looks at you.
Its tongue
With-
lolls out of its mouth.
Yeah, with its tongue hanging out and, panting with a smile on its face.
He's a very good boy.
Roxy puts her hands on her hips, looks at the ground, and says, "Fuck." I mean, I made a deal. We raced. You won. Are you sure you didn't cheat? I mean, that seems like cheating.
I don't know. Is using super magic roller skates cheating?
They're not magic.
Whatever. Just saying. It seems like you're discounting. You're saying that my advantage was bad, but your advantage is okay, and that seems to me to be a little backwards.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Most people don't go 60 miles an hour on their feet.
Well, most people don't have prosthetic legs.
Sure, agreed. You don't think those are an advantage?
No, they're my legs.
And this is my dog.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm asking if you think it's cheating.
I do not. I do not think
Okay.
it's cheating.
All right, shit. Well, so this is a question from Rebel to the GM. What is my last lead on where my sister was?
There was where there was reports that she was abducted,
Mm-hmm.
and you found traces of a certain kind of car paint on the brickwork nearby.
All right. And so I know where that paint comes from, or do I have to look into that?
You haven't looked into it yet?
Okay.
But also, you're pretty certain you can identify the kinds of tires that they had on their car from where they peeled out.
Mm-hmm. All right, kid. Well, look. I have a lead, but I'm just gonna tell you right now that I'm not really the investigator type. I'm sort of the thing that people point at when they want something done.
Well, lucky for you, I am the investigator type.
Yeah. All right, I'll show you what I've got, but good fucking luck. I can do what I can do, but I don't know how much we can figure out from the very little that I have.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
And Roxy will blast off towards the last known location of their sister.
And what was your sister's name?
I don't think we named my sister.
I think it may have been. Was there? Why do I? Big Bertha? No.
No, Big
No.
Bertha is the
Yeah.
runs the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we didn't. Yeah.
I don't think we did. Well, we could come up with a name now.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the question though. Since you're
Mhm.
Roxy the hare, were they something the tortoise so that you guys were the tortoise
Oh
of the
my
hare as
God.
like the nicknames, especially since like you've got the speed, like maybe they're like a tank of a person.
That's amazing.
I love
Just throwing
it
it
and
out
I hate
there.
it at the same
You
time.
don't have to use it. Just throwing it out there.
As folks watching, whenever you have a suggestion, just shout it
Please
into the
do.
comments. We will I wish I had said that a little earlier for the delay, but yes, I think something involving a tortoise might be in the lead, but we'll see.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm not at the top of my game today, I'll say. So coming up with names is not that easy.
Yeah.
We'll let it brew while
Let it brew a little bit.
see
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
comments will chime in and
All right.
give us
So
form to the sister.
you are a pneumatic investigator, which means you can touch things and get clues, right, Skip?
I believe so.
I think that's what we decided.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So what am I looking for to touch in that particular area? Do I have to do anything for that first is the question. Like, I don't know if like I can just, you can paint me a word picture and then I can just start touching things, or if I have to roll to see if there's something there for me to touch.
Oh, there's something, there's things there that would give you clues if you touch them. So
Okay, so
you're gonna have to roll for your to determine what that clue indicates to you.
okay, so give me are you going to give me a list of things, or are we going to do a generic? I'm going to do
Yeah,
like a discern
there's
and kind of
rubber left over from the tires and
Okay.
paint scraped on the wall.
I guess I'll touch both of them. Do you want one roll for both or a different roll for each?
Yeah, one roll for both, I think.
All right, so I'm thinking for this, definitely discern is going to be the domain, and then essence. What do you think? Potency? Like I don't know what other like.
Potency is
think-
really more like your strength and
Okay.
your physical. It's much more physical.
Okay.
Finesse, Aperion, or cunning all could possibly be.
Well, I don't think I'm trying to be clever at all. So I don't know if cunning, like there's nothing tricky about what I'm doing. I'm just doing a basic. So I'm going to go finesse and discern. I think makes sense here.
Okay, so that gives you 5 dice.
Yeah. All right. So 5d10. I'm not going to boost this at all. I only have 9 left, and I want to save it.
Darkest Cosmos is rolling 4.
That's 2 10s and a 9 and 2 7s.
That's 5 successes.
Plus I get to re-roll those 2 10s.
Yes.
So 2.
That's an insane roll.
All right. So that's 6 successes.
Oh my god.
So I found the sister.
What the hell?
This is hilarious.
And I got 1 success. You're a great investigator.
All right, mystery over, everybody. Time to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, she was there the whole time. Did you know your sister was turned into paint? That's so weird.
That's awful.
I don't think that's what happens.
No, you can just determine the make and model of the car with this.
Yeah. Wow, just like my favorite movie, My Cousin Vinny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is all this was. An elaborate My Cousin Vinny tabletop. Yes. Oh man.
Your sister is actually played by Marissa Tomei.
Right. Honestly, that's not terrible. She's a little bit too old to play my sister, but she is very attractive. By the way, her name is Aurora, aka Rory, and her nickname is Rory the Ox.
Okay.
Nice.
Good one.
Did you add that to the document?
No, I won't do that.
Yeah. Okay, so Rory the Ox is younger than you, Roxy. Your little sister.
Yes. Yeah.
and is modded, right?
Mhm.
By you in a way that defies physics.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the gang, it's a body modder gang, so I mod pretty much everybody. But I'll say one of the key things about car wizards is they don't know how awesome they are, which is why Roxy just thinks like anybody with prosthetic legs can ride roller skates at 60 miles an hour.
Nice. So yeah, you determined the make model of the car, which is very unusual. It is an import, a Japanese import sports car, but only like a dozen of these were made.
Well, that
And that's,
narrows it down significantly.
well, it does. Your rival gang, the leader, drives one of these.
God damn it.
And we'll need a name for him too.
Yeah, well, what's the name of this rival gang, Brennan?
Well, yours is
Foot
called the
Clan.
Menagerie.
Right.
Let's see. They're called something stupid.
So we had a suggestion from earlier that was for the item that I wanted, and we didn't get to use it. Can we use it here? Mr. Kotak suggests Tusk Cleaner.
The Tusk Cleaners is the name of the gang, or that's the gang's leader name, Tusk Cleaner.
I think that is better. I think that's more of a leader name than it is a gang name.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
Tusk Cleaner is the leader.
Yeah.
Tusk Cleaner. He goes by Tusk most of the time.
Yeah.
It's short for
so here's the question. Tusk skirt. I love that. So here's the question. Does that mean that the gang has a are they like the walrus gang and that's where the tusk comes from, or are they like are they obsessed with cleanliness, which is where the cleaner part comes in? They're like
play to find out, man. Play to find out.
Yeah, the Pine Sol gang or something like that.
Awful.
That is awful.
Trying to think, like, what would be the worst Warriors clan? You know, like
I don't. The most I know about Warriors is that Garfield is a valid Warriors cat name.
No, wrong Warriors.
Wrong Warriors. While the Warriors cats is a thing, I was making a reference to the old movie about the gangs trying to kill each other in whatever, probably New York, right? It was always New York.
I gotta remember that I'm in my mid-20s, so
Yep. Yep.
You have to qualify these things for me.
So for the ARG, I was making a Warriors video movie reference, not a Warrior Cats reference.
All right. So Tusk drives this souped up Japanese sports car.
All right. Well, I doubt anybody else in the city drives them since there were only ever 12 made.
Right. You're more than confident that no one but Tusk drives that.
Yeah. So, so our next question, Skip, is whether we try and scout ahead, which means just I go, or just the two of us go, really, or if we get some folks from the menagerie and try and sort of muscle our way in.
Well,
Um,
an option we have here is that I don't know if you know this, but and then he just like casually walks through every object in the room, and it's like I could scout ahead as well, and just like
Right, but you're still like visible.
oh, I can handle that. I believe that's one of my powers, right? Is I can make myself invisible.
I think your natural state is invisible and intangible.
Yeah, and then I have to like choose to let people see me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he
Roxy
just
isn't very clear on ghost rolls, so
well, like yeah, no, I think that immediately as you're saying that, I just like keep walking towards you, and then I completely disappear, and then I reappear on the other side of you, having just like walked through you. I don't know if you get like that, you get the chill of someone just having passed through you, or if it's like I forget which book it was, but it was one where it was like when a ghost walks through you, it's like the feeling of like when you've sat on a limb for too long and you get like the pins and needles.
oh
like,
yeah, like your limbs, your body just falls asleep.
Yeah, as I walk through, your body falls asleep for like a split second. Like you always have to catch yourself, because
oh my god!
yeah, and then I reappear on the other side of you. It's like I'm a really good scout.
First of all, don't ever do that again. That sucked. But secondly, that's not a bad plan. I know where they usually set up shop. I can take you there, but if Rory is in trouble, we're gonna go in. I'm going in immediately, backup or no backup. So
Well,
we'll just have to.
Would you like to get some backup before we go, and then I can go in and read the room, as it were?
I don't know. That'll take some time. I think scouting first, backup second.
Sounds like a plan to me, right, Pickle? And Pickle starts like, like
Pickle
panting.
wags his tail.
Yeah.
Does Pickle do that thing that dogs in movies do, which is where you say "right, boy," and they just like bark once?
Oh, I think he does. I think he does a quick like circle, or does like a turnaround too. Like does a turnaround and then sits and barks once. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So you head down to where this rival gang, the cleaners.
The cleaners, perfect.
Oh my god. Are they trying to go like for like a we clean up the streets thing, or are they just stupid? I mean, I guess those aren't mutually exclusive, but terrible.
And Tusk used to run with the menagerie.
What was his moniker? Tusk the Walrus?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And he has a prosthetic tusk that comes down from his top.
That's so terrible. How do you live like that?
That is the best typo misunderstanding suggestion from our audience. Although Tezrak, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
So good. Oh, good. I hate this.
Before we go in, I think I have to like let Roxy know, like I can do this, but just so you know, there is a small side effect to me being around people for too long in this state. They take on the same emotions as me.
What?
What?
Yeah. So, I do leave a bit of myself behind as I go into these places. I leave a trace of me behind, so I could go in there and I can scope everything out. But If these people aren't of a generally sunny disposition, they might notice that something seems up. Do you know much about these guys?
I know enough to know that they're not of a generally sunny disposition.
Maybe I can fake it. Like, what if I go in there and I'm like, "Grr, I don't want to be here. I don't like people. I really like cars." Do you think that would help?
Yes.
Is liking cars an emotion?
I mean,
Yes.
liking things can make you happy. So, but they don't want to. I don't like cars that much. I like them, but I don't like them that much that it makes me happy to see cars.
Okay,
This is
so
not in
Adam.
character laughing. I want to clarify that.
You get that strange feeling that something supernatural or magical is nearby.
So my instinct is to find some place to hide for a while. Nothing looks good. How close am I to where I need to find my giant bling?
You're right by it.
All right. Eye on the prize. This doesn't involve me.
So you just
Oh
walking
my
straight
God.
up.
I'm just going to walk straight up and hope that whatever this thing is, it's happening in some dark alley that I have nothing to do with.
Well, it is happening in a dark alley, but it happens to be the dark alley that you're in. So
All right. What do I actually see?
are you currently invisible, Skip?
Am I still talking to Roxy?
Yes, you're still talking.
Then no, I'm not. I'm having like a pep talk with Roxy before I go in, so I'm currently visible. I might be a little like translucent, but I'm definitely you can at least see my outline and that there's something there.
You get more visible in the dark, right?
Oh yeah, that's yes, 100%. I'm more visible.
So you're not actually translucent right now because this is a dark alley.
Yeah, you were translucent in the bar because of the lights.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure.
Nope, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And I can manipulate that, but I think it costs me to do that.
Yeah.
But as of right now, so if I go inside and it's dark in the place, I'm gonna have to do whatever check. But right now we're in the alley and I'm just like making a grouchy face at Roxy. That's what you're seeing.
Roxy is standing there like pinching the bridge of Zernos. Like, I don't have you ever like been not chipper in your life? Like ever?
Oh, in my life, yes, but not really in my death. I'm kinda in this state.
A caveman looking guy, like a really disheveled, like dad bod gone astray, big ropey arms, but huge gut, balding, furry shoulders that kind of pop out from his 90s trench coat, and like he's got like a hairy neck and a neck beard, and he kind of just pops up from the alley as if he was hiding there the whole time. Maybe even looks like a vagrant. Stands up, looks at both of you and says, "Ghosts are real? All this time?"
And that's where we'll cut for this week.
I think it's a good cut.
Which, if you knew what Adam was going through, is a very sad statement.
Yeah.
That means Adam, who has been alive for hundreds of thousands of years, no one he's ever met has become a ghost or bothered to talk to him afterwards. Oh, this is the saddest character I've ever created. And Skip is the happiest character I've ever seen.
It's true.
It's so good. This was a lot of fun. Oh,
This
yeah.
is good. It felt good to be back.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Life finds a way.
Yes. Yes, it does.
There's no better way to end the podcast, so we're just going to end it on that Jeff Global deep cut from our. What were you? 13, 14 years old? You said earlier you were.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, actually, I'm 12. Thanks.
Yes, that's right.
You're not even old enough to see that PG-13 movie. What are you doing?
Of course. Well, it is like top tier cinema, not like that Warriors thing or that Citizen Kane nonsense we keep bringing up. But yes, we're going to be back live hopefully every week, and if not, we've got a lot of good games in the can for you that we're very excited to share. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yuck.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.